Okay, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for logging on ustreamradio.com. Of course, audio and video programming live and on demand right here at ustreamradio.com. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here with my man, Jay Jackson. What's going on, bro?
What's going on with it, bro? What's going on with it?
Always a good thing. We are starting a new thing, Ustream Radio Interactive.
Wow.
And yeah, so we're going to kick it off right now. Okay,
Yeah,
so
right now.
definitely. Now, a lot of things going on in the news, and all of that. But before we get into those things, I definitely want to encourage people to cast their nominations now for the 2013 Baltimore Music Awards, which is going down right now. They can do the nominations, whatever they want to do. They can do that right now at BaltimoreMusicAwards.com. Let your voice be heard. And I mean, there's no excuses, as you like to say.
No excuses. Is going down November the 9th. 14 categories, top categories in the DMV. You gotta, this year, no excuses. You gotta vote. You gotta get your vote out there. Get the link. Get people to vote for you. It's that easy. You want to be in this. It's going down, man, this year, November the 9th. I'm excited. Everybody know about it. It's going to be a real tough competition this year, Don. I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely. And we have a lot of new categories that were not available last year, and we'll see how that goes. But definitely, close to 6,000 votes for nominations have already been cast. So that is just very exciting. That's definitely an exciting thing right there. A couple of other things in the news. I wanted to talk to you about the Jason Collins coming out of the closet, his coming out party, if you will. And of course, Jason Collins, the basketball player, former basketball player, played with the Celtics. NBA veteran, and he made the announcement yesterday that he was a homosexual. Now, I mean, in this day and age, I guess that's not really a big surprise when people do that, make these announcements. What are your thoughts on this first?
I'm shocked. But look, but the thing is, like you said, it's so decentralized these days. But this is my thing, like whatever sex you choose to be, But why announce it? Who cares what you do in your bedroom? My thing is, you out there, you're an athlete, you paid to play ball, or if you're an entertainer, you paid to entertain. Nobody cares what you do in your bedroom. And then when people start ridiculing you, start talking about what you're doing in your bedroom, then you get all upset. But you don't want to told it. So just do what you get paid to do and leave that out. To me, I think it was a PR move. I think he wanted to be the first gay, which is I don't know if that's a good thing to do, the first gay black NBA ball player. I don't know. I mean, it's 2013 now. I mean, any people do anything for fame would have come up, but to me, it doesn't. Who cares what you do in your bedroom when it comes to doing different things like that? To me, I think it's getting out of hand, man. To be honest with you,
out of hand as far as well. I mean, when you said, so you think it's like a publicity stunt?
Yeah, I mean, even though if he is gay, I mean, my thing is, who cares? You're a ball player. My thing is, play ball, play it to the best of what you play it, then sex shouldn't even come up. I mean, who cares what you do in your bedroom? I mean, you're a ball player. I mean, it's not like we talking about a porno. I mean, we talking about basketball. I mean,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I understand that, and to a certain degree, I mean, I feel you on that part. I mean, but the flip side of it, my thing is that if you are gay and you are living your life as someone who is not gay, that's the part I have the problem with. You know what I mean? It's just like when women are involved with men who are portraying a certain image and there's something different in that. That's the problem, to me.
yeah.
Uh, Now his ex fiance, Carolyn Moos, said she had no idea he was gay, and
Wow.
so she dated and was engaged to him. She said she has no idea that he was gay, and she was his fiance until he ended the relationship of 8 years in 2009. She told TMZ that it was very emotional for me as a woman to have invested 8 years in my dream to have a husband, soulmate, and best friend in him. So this is all hard for me to understand. And these are her words. So a Caucasian lady. And so, I mean, so what are your thoughts on that?
Problem. I mean, that is a big problem. My thing is, posing for different cover photos and stuff like that, portraying that life. I mean, like you said, if you're standing up and being proud about it, I mean, be that. But all that down low stuff and everything, I mean, I got a big problem with it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that have a big problem with it too, man. I mean, wow, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Right.
Right. Engaged and everything, and then, coming out just like, like, hey, I'm gay, like everybody know already, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean that and that's what the situation is now. As we said, of course, if you're just tuning in, Jay Jackson, Diamond K, Ustream Radio Interactive, and there will be opportunities for people to be able to interact with us live as we run down topics for the day. Now, on ESPN yesterday, Chris Brazard, who is a devout Christian, said that he thought that homosexuality was a sin during a discussion about Collins on the ESPN show Outside the Lines. Let me give you his quote. He said that I'm a Christian. I don't agree with homosexuality. I think it is a sin, as I think all sex outside of marriage between a man and a woman is. If you are openly living in unrepentant sin, whatever it may be, not just homosexuality, but adultery, fornication, premarital sex between heterosexuals, I believe that's walking in open rebellion of God and to Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So, what do you feel about that?
Well, he said a couple of other things. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. And these is my views, not the views of Ustream Radio. I mean, the whole gay thing. I'm sorry, I can't bend. I'm old school. My whole thing is how all these shows is coming on, the commercials is, you know how the little late night commercials you had to call 1-800 used to have the females on. They like, oh my gosh, what's that's coming on late? Now you had a TV got guys on. They're like, what in the world? It's crazy. I couldn't. I was like, I was gonna have nightmares looking at this stuff. I mean, and to me, I had to turn the channel like a kid. I didn't want to see it.
Right.
But my thing is, it's being pushed. And if you choose to be something, okay. But to me, and if some people looking at it as a negative, and because at first it was looked at as a disease. If you remember, it's looked at as a disease. They were saying people was born with this situation. There's no control over it. And that's what that's clinical studies were saying that. Just like any other disease, cancer, and it shouldn't be looked upon as something bad. All right? Give it. So
right.
Cancer, right, is not pushed on you. Cancer is something that you try to prevent or try not to have if it's considered as a disease. You don't embrace it. You don't say, hey, you try to cure it. You try to not be it. And to me, I have a problem contradicting. I mean, they say one thing, then they want to do something else. And to me, the whole relationship of it, I mean, you still get cheated on. You still get, I mean, it just kind of, I mean, hey, the each his own. But at the same time, I don't think that in this society, it should be pushed on you. And that's what they said. They said, hey, we shouldn't be pushing. I don't think that as far as TV, whatever you choose to do, sexuality, I don't think that it should be on TV. I don't think that the kids should see that. I think that they should have a choice. But to me, it's being pushed on you like them Big Mac commercials. Like they say, hey, look, don't show all these fast food commercials or this and that for the kids because it's going to make them want to eat junk food or whatever. Or don't play negative content. It's going to make kids want to do different things. They're saying about rap music and stuff.
Right.
To me, this is the same thing, but it's like people is turning their backs on it. But to me, it's being pushed, and I have a problem with that. It's not being like, okay, I'm gay. Okay, you're gay. All right, go move on with your life. There's a lot of handicaps people have, but move on with it. And you know what I'm saying? And it is a handicap. I'm sorry. To me, I look at it, I'm sorry, but I look at it as God do not make mistakes. So with that being said, if you was born with this, right, it's something going on, and you got to try to beat it. So I don't think that it should be pushed on other kids or young ones and say, hey, look, you need to be this way, or the whole adoption thing. I mean, that's just my views on it. But everybody got their own views, they each his own stuff. But I don't think the sexuality or what you do in your bedroom, no matter what it is, should be put out in the forefront. I'm just old school like that. I mean, who cares? That should be with you and your mate. If I walked around telling you what I did with a female all the time, you look at me as some type of freak, right? I mean, just in general, hey man, I love sex. I'm a
heterosexual.
I'm a heterosexual. You're like, okay, all right, man, you're a heterosexual. I love women. All right.
So you saying so you're saying that it's someone's sexuality is irrelevant?
To me, I think that they throw it out there to, and I might be wrong. It's just my views. It's like a recruitment type thing, because you are who you are, and leave it at that. I don't think that who you are should be put out there in the forefront, and it's nobody's business. But when I see them saying, hey, I'm proud to be this, think about it. What, you're proud to have sex with somebody? Is that all you are? At the end of the day?
Well, the thing about it is I think that playing devil's advocate, that they're probably coming out and feeling like this because Brizard said yesterday on ESPN that it's frowned upon, and so I guess it's like the early stages of them being accepted in the mainstream. That's just he also he went on to clarify his statement, and he said that as part of a larger, wide-ranging discussion on today's news, I offered my personal opinion as it relates to Christianity, a point of view that I've expressed publicly before. I realize that some people disagree with my opinion, and I accept and respect that. As has been the case in the past, my beliefs have not and will not impact my ability to report on the NBA. I believe that Jason Collins displayed bravery with his announcement today, and I have no objection to him or anyone else playing in the NBA. So he wanted to definitely clean that up before he lost his job.
Yeah, and I think that was a good political way to clean it up. But again, I kind of, like I said, this is just my views, Diamond. I kind of agree with what he's saying. My whole thing is this. But I don't agree with the courage thing. My thing is this. Who cares what you are? You talking about, you being a homosexual, or who you have sex with. But at the same time, I'm old school. I'm not going to budge and say, hey, this is cool. Because we all know it's not a cool thing. It has not been Now, proving that it's a cool thing. I mean, not. I'm just being real with you. Not my Bibles that have it, but if it's something that we're living with, and there's a lot of people that have things that we're living with that's not right. But every day they try to make it better with themselves. But to me, I can't make something that's not right and try to make it better, but I'm not trying to improve it. It don't make sense. It's like having a thief that we know being a thief is a wrong thing, but some people have a sickness of being a thief. I mean, that is based on how they was raised, or they had family members that was thieves, or that's all they know, right? Now, it's up to that thief if he's going to continue to be a thief. Now, should I look at him if he continue to be a thief and say, oh, man, he's accepted, because he have a choice. He have a choice to say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore because I know at one point it's not right. It was never proven that it is right. Now, I'm just going on myself. You saying, hey, look, it is right to myself, but you never seen it nowhere saying it was right. But if you're trying to make things better, you don't continue to do the wrong things. Now, if you do, that's up to you. But myself, I'm not going to never budge and say, oh, this is something great, because I'm a leader, not a follower. That's just how it is, Tom. I mean, hey.
Right. Now, I feel you on that, definitely. And of course, I'm sure with him being the first figure, male athlete on this level to come out with this, there probably will be others who will come out and say this. ESPN also released a statement late yesterday saying that they regret that the personal viewpoints just was a distraction from today's news, and they are fully committed to diversity and welcome Jason Collins' announcement. So they're embracing it, and I think that is the right thing to do at the end of the day. My problem is not with, whether I personally agree with it or not. I personally feel as though somebody is open to do whatever they want to do. That does not affect me. The only problem I have is just when people hide it. Hide it. If that's what you are, that's what you are. And it doesn't have to be some big, fiasco and party. It is what it is, and that's how you should live your life. But don't be one way and live your life another way. That's the problem that I have. If a man's with a woman and he's really attracted to men, he's really seeing men, then that's the problem. That's the problem, and vice versa. So that's just my thoughts on that. But I'm sure this debate will rage on and on and on and on.
Yeah, to the break of dawn. I'm with you on that, but my thing is, I don't like the hiding thing. Definitely not that. I don't like that whole deceiving thing. And my thing is, I don't like when you push it. I don't like the push of this whole movement. Back in the days, you didn't see certain things on TV. You didn't see certain content out there. What you did in your bedroom, that's what you did. And I don't like that it's so open. Even when some people that's not had these tendencies, they're being tricked. And the reason why I said it is some of the people that just have a curious mind. They're just trying to find themselves. We all know at a certain age group that we are all trying to find ourselves, and we can be convinced that certain ways of life is the way of life. From being homosexual to killing somebody. There's two extremes right there, as they would say. So, at a younger age, somebody can be tricked or convinced that this is a way of life that they need to take because they're trying to find themselves in life. So when you're having this type of stuff on TV, like when you say violence or foods or obesity or whatever it may be, or, different types of content, rap music or whatever, as they say. No rap, they always say rap. And then when the whole homosexual movement being put out there to the forefront when a kid is confused, just trying to find himself, whether they're not having a lot of social friends or, a lot of different things, just trying to find themselves in life. They wind up going to that and that's not what they probably wanted to be. So I don't think that it should be put out there in the forefront and be pushed in the community, but you are who you are, and let's leave it at that. I mean, that's just me. That's just my opinion.
Definitely, definitely. But as I said, this debate is going to rage on forever, forever and
Yes.
forever and ever. But definitely. So tomorrow, of course, Head Rush Radio going on 11 p.m. right here at ustreamradio.com. Any other special events that we need to know about? Please educate us, Jay Jackson.
Oh man, it's going down though. It's tight schedule with Ustream Radio. Make sure, hey, if you're in the ATL, bring some sweat clothes. Rain and Shine is going down at the Mall of Georgia, the biggest Zumba party in Gwinnett County. We're gonna have 500 to 1,000 people out there. DJ Promo coming down there. Your boy Jay Jackson going to host this thing along with the divas of Reality Check. Nanette the Truth Host and Chichi live on the air. It's going to be off the hook. Make sure y'all come down. For any information, go to ustreamradio.com. Man, it's going to be 500 to 1,000 people down in one spot in the Mall of Georgia doing cardio work. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be
that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm coming in full workout gear. Sweatbands, sweat armbands.
Definitely. And if you want to have Ustream Radio come out to your event or some kind of way you want to let us help bring awareness to your event by way of social media, website mentions, radio show mentions, etc., hit us up, interviews at ustreamradio.com, and we will definitely get back to you on that. Definitely. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for logging on ustreamradio.com, audio and video programming, live or on demand right here, ustreamradio.com. Jay Jackson, anything else you need to say before we get out of here?
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, make sure y'all keep sending your content in. Hit any of the on demand for any of the shows out there. We really appreciate y'all.